I've been going through a lot of new Solana projects lately, and every now and then one of them forces me to slow down and actually pay attention. Avici was one of those moments for me. The token has been moving, the community has been getting louder, and my feed has been full of discussions about something they call distributed internet banking. So I decided to sit down, read the docs, go through the app, and dig into everything I could find. And honestly, this might be one of the first real attempts at building a decentralized bank from the ground up. Before I continue, of course, none of this is financial advice. This is me researching a project, sharing what I found, and giving you my honest thoughts. And make sure to subscribe, please. This means a lot to us since it helps the channel grow, and you won't miss our next video. Now let's get into Avici, because the idea here is much bigger than another card product. When I first opened the docs, the first thing that hit me was how direct mission is. Avici isn't trying to be a crypto bank sitting on the top of the old system. They're trying to replace the system layer by layer. They call it distributed internet banking. But what it actually means is pretty simple. Crypto and fiat working together. Full user ownership over funds. Every financial action happening on-chain. And no central bank, or institution, or middleman that can freeze or block you. As I kept reading, it started feeling like a web-native neobank, something like Revolut or N26. But instead of a regulated institution holding your money behind closed doors, everything is controlled by your wallet. You can open dollars or euro accounts. You can move money in and out of stablecoins. You can get a Visa card and pay anywhere in the world. And you manage it all inside one app, without ever giving up custody. It feels like a DeFi app at first, but actually it's way more than that. It feels like a bank that just happens to be decentralized. The next thing that really stood out to me is something I haven't seen executed properly anywhere else. The trust score. This isn't a credit score based on your bank history. It's an on-chain credit model based entirely on your wallet behavior. How consistent you are, how you manage risk, how often you repay, how you use your on-chain identity. If this actually works, it completely changes how credit works online. And this is important because right now, credit is one of the biggest missing pieces of Web3. Now, let's talk about Solana, because choosing that chain was not an accident. Solana is probably the only chain today that gives you speed, decentralization, and low fees at the same time. If you're building a consumer banking product where people are making 20 small transactions every day, you cannot have gas fees jumping from 5 cents to $8. And you can't ask users to wait 12 seconds for a confirmation. Solana lets Avici make everything feel instant and cheap, basically invisible to the user. But the more important part is the wallet infrastructure. Traditional multi-sig security fails because humans fail. People lose their keys. They approve the wrong transaction. They click phishing links. Avici built a smart wallet that uses programmable policies instead. Timed approvals, whitelisted transactions, multi-layer permissions, withdrawal limits, and even session keys for safer daily spending. This is the kind of thing that makes a wallet feel like a real financial account. And then there's the login experience. This is where the product feels very different from typical crypto wallets. It's not a private key wallet. It's a smart contract wallet that uses Google login, iCloud login, biometric authentication, and a passkey for every transaction. No seed phrase. No 12 words on a piece of paper. No, if you lose this, you lose everything. It still stays self-custodial, but it removes all the friction that scares normal people away. And Avici even sponsors gas through its own layer, so most of the time, users never think about transaction fees. At this point, I understood the UX side. But the deeper I went, the more I realized it's a nice front end and more. Avici actually built an entire crypto-backed credit line behind the card. Here's how it works. You add funds to your card. The crypto goes into a smart contract. You're not selling it, you're locking it. The card provider fronts the payment at checkout. Your crypto stays on-chain as collateral. Meaning, if your crypto goes up, you still benefit. If it goes down, you get a margin warning. And if it drops too far, the system automatically closes the position. This is the closest I've seen to a real crypto credit system that doesn't rely on selling assets. And the card runs on Visa rails. You can use it online or offline. in 100 plus countries, and you can add it to Apple Pay or Google Pay. The card issuer behind the scenes is Rain, a licensed provider that handles compliance. KYC is required. ID verification is mandatory, and the card operates within normal financial rules. It's decentralized where it matters, custody and control, but plug into regulation where it's needed. Now, let me share some of the background research that made me take the project more seriously. The founding team is fully doxed. Avici was founded by Sitaram Kakarlamudi, Varun Lohade, and Abhishek Tiwari in early 2024. They're small, independent, and they've been building without giant corporate backing. I also didn't realize how much traction the beta already had and how much hard would it be to pronounce their names. But they had thousands of early users and over $1 million in card spending. Later, the numbers exploded. Over 100,000 card transactions in November and more than 12,000 token holders after the public sale. No private rounds, no VCs, no team allocation. They raised $34 million from the public, kept $3.5 million and refunded the rest. And the expansion plan is huge. They already support deposits from Solana, Polygon, Arbitrum, Base, BSC, and Avalanche. The wallet auto-bridges assets behind the scenes, so users see one balance, not multiple chains. And the roadmap goes way beyond payments. An on-chain savings account, a global payroll system, lending markets, credit lines, stablecoin banking, merchant payments, a DAO-governed reserve currency. Not all of this will ship quickly, but the vision is clear. A fully decentralized financial stack that works for normal people. So, after going through the docs, the wallet, the interviews, and the research, here's my honest take. Let me be crystally clear. Avici is not perfect. It's young, it's ambitious, but this is the closest I've seen to someone trying to rebuild consumer banking in a decentralized way, and that alone makes it worth watching. Not because of the price movement or initial momentum, but because the problem they're trying to solve is real. People want ownership. People want global access. People want financial tools that don't trap them in a system they can't control. If Avici delivers even half of what they're building, it's going to be a standout project. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my research. If you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and let me know. Do you think a decentralized bank is even possible? Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.